Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my Unreal Engine action multiplayer RPG tutorial. So first some news. I got 55 subscribers now. We are over 50. That's pretty cool. That's huge for me. So to celebrate I got a new microphone. Awesome. Yeah, this microphone is also pretty shitty, to be honest. It's super cheap, but it should be better than my microphone on my headset that I've been using up until now. So it's probably a little bit better than that, at least. We will see after this video how it sounds. So yeah, if you're new to the channel and this is your first video, please subscribe. Makes me super happy. So yeah. Anyway, what we're gonna do today is, in the last episode we finished the inventory, for now at least. So I think what we're gonna go into now is we're gonna do the destructible barrels and crates that are super Dark Souls inspired. So I'll show you what we have so far. So we got this character. And we got these crates, so I roll into them. You can see that they get destroyed and they drop some loot. I can also smash them with my sword, and I can also jump on them and they will get destroyed as well. Bam. So that's about it. So I just want to show you how I set that up, so it will be a pretty quick video. It's actually pretty easy. You will need a few things. So first what you need is a static mesh. As you can see here, I have this barrel static mesh. So what you need to do is right click on this static mesh, and as you can see here I got this option to create destructible mesh. You might not have this option. If you do not have this option, what you need to do is you need to go into your plugins. So I just Windows, where is it? Edit plugins. Open this one up, and you need to find one called Apex Destruction, I think. Yeah, Apex Destruction. So it's under built-in Apex Destruction and enable it. So that's, and then you're gonna need to restart your engine, and then after you have enabled that plugin, you should be able to create destructible meshes. So just right click on your static mesh that you want to use and create destructible mesh. I have mine here, SMDB DM, so static mesh destructible mesh _ barrel. Open that one up, and you see we got the barrel here. So what do we need to do now? There is some I'm not like super confident in all the settings here. I just set my damage threshold to 1 and damage spread to 1, so it takes damage on like everything from 1 and upwards, and it spreads the damage evenly. I disabled impact damage. So impact damage is basically if you like just walk into it, as far as I understand. You get some settings, you have to figure this out yourselves. You get some debris lifetime minimum, debris lifetime max, so you have to experiment a little bit with that, but this is the settings that works for me. So it's 1 and 2. And this is the interesting part. So cell site count is basically how much you want it to get destroyed. So as we can see here, you can also increase the explode amount. No? Sorry about that. Maybe this isn't the one I'm using. There we go. So after this one, cell site count, you need to press fracture mesh, and it fractures your mesh according to this, according to the cell site count and the random seed. So you can increase the random seed as well if you want to. And here you can see like how it looks. So this is the explosion that's gonna go on. Preferably I would use a empty barrel. As you can see, this one is looking a little bit weird since it's the model is like filled up, so it looks a little bit weird. You can see it's not a barrel, but I'm using it anyway. So that's basically it for this one. Pretty easy. So what we can do later is, so what we're gonna do is we are gonna apply some damage to this one, and when we apply damage, we're gonna destroy it basically. So that's how it works. But before that, what you need to do is make sure that you can detect that you are in fact dodge rolling on your character, because we're gonna use a simple collision check to see if we can destroy the barrel or not. So in your player character, I'm just doing like, when I dodge roll, I set is dodge rolling to true. Then I play my animation montage, and then I set a delay for the duration of the animation montage, and then afterwards we set the rolling to false again. So this means that we know if we are rolling during the roll animation with this spool. And if you don't have your own function for dodge rolling, and you don't have all of this, just go back and follow one of my older tutorials, and you will see the dodge roll tutorial, and you will see how I set this up. But it's fairly easy. So now we know that I can actually dodge roll. So that's perfect. That's the first thing. And what you need to do then is to create your actor. So just right click wherever, blueprint class, choose the actor type, and then just name it master_destructible. So this is mine. So in your master_destructible, you need to add two components. One destructible mesh, so add component destructible. Perfect. And a box collision. Ignore the loot table, it's something we're gonna do in future videos, I think. I'm probably gonna show you like how to make loot tables for chests and stuff like that. And also for enemies probably. Anyway. Yeah, so that's it for the first part. Then obviously for your destructible mesh, you're gonna select your destructible mesh, as you can see. I think all of this is the default ones. Otherwise, I just have a really high number of large chunk threshold. And yeah, so that's it. So how are we gonna check? How are we gonna destroy it? It's pretty easy. Also, always when we're doing multiplayer, I think I've forgotten this in a few other videos, but right click on the main actor and make sure that it's replicated. Otherwise, it won't work on all of the clients. So, firstly, this we want to check if we are doing damage. If we are doing damage, get the damage causer, which will be the player, get the location, and then we need the damage amount. Switch has authority. I'm just checking if we are the server or if we have authority. It's not really super necessary. You can skip that part if you want to. Then we need a couple of functions. This one is separated. Let me just see. Yeah, exactly. This one is separated as well. Spawn item. Nope. Perfect. So first we need to, so we have two ways to destroy our barrel. We can destroy it by dodge rolling into it, and we can destroy it by attacking it with our weapon. So the event any damage is for let Let me just see how I did this. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, these belong to each other. So these are the dodge rolling damage, and this is the regular attack damage. So how are we doing this? We have, so let's first go through the dodge roll. So we need two functions basically. We need a function called replicate damage, which is executed on everything, and we need, so it's a multicast, and actually let me check if it works. If this is run on the server, it might actually do that. Multiplayer is always a bit annoying. Sometimes you just have to do some trial and error. Let's see. We got one client here, and we got one client here. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Okay, good. Then we know it needs to be a multicast. Perfect. Let me just check so that's working now. So that I'm not lying to you. Yeah, works. I'm lagging a bit when I have 3 lines at the same time, but it seems to work fine with the multicast. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure that I'm not lying to you. So, okay, perfect. So for the dodge roll, on component hit, just select your box and go to on component hit, create the function. For the plus, I have view since I've already added it. You want to send out from your from the other actor and cast to your player character. And then you want to check from your player character if we are dodge rolling. And that's the bool I asked you to set up before. And then make a brand check towards this dodge roll. If we are dodge rolling, if aren't dodge rolling, just don't do anything, because then we're not gonna destroy the barrel. But if we are dodge rolling, we need to apply some damage. So make a new function called new custom event even, make it run on server and make it reliable, and just call it server apply damage. And it's super weird because it doesn't work if we just do this function, because this one, the apply damage, I think, I'm not gonna swear on this one, but the apply damage function seems to replicate fine, since I guess it's because we replicate the entire actor, it counts as this being on the server. So when we do a multicast straight from here, it's counted as the multicast being run on the server. But when if we do it from here, it doesn't work. So that's why we first need to make a custom event that's run on the server. So make a custom event, run on the server, and from there apply damage. So just shit, I need to get used to this, sorry. Apply damage. No, just apply damage. So it's this one. And make sure that everything is passed through on the inputs. So you need an instigator and a damage causer, and also damaged actor itself. And then you just call the function after the bool check if we are dodge rolling. Server apply damage. And then for the instigator, you can get the controller, drag from other actor, which will be our player character in this case. Should just drag from other actor to damage causer, and also get the instigator controller for event instigator. It works fine without this for me as well, but you might as well plug it in. So perfect. Now we are applying damage and I just set it to 1000, but as we said before, it just needs to be above 1. So now we are applying damage when we are rolling into the barrel. Also make sure that your collisions are overlapping and stuff like that. If this isn't working, it's probably because or it's not going to work yet because we haven't really set up the damage function. We're going to do that very soon, but it might be like your collisions aren't actually hitting. Make sure to generate hit events and things like that, just to make sure that this one works properly. We also need to drag from event any damage, and this is what I showed you before. Make a custom events that is a multicast. That's just called replicate damage, or maybe I should call it MC_damage. Just so there are no MC_ apply damage even. Just so I follow my own rules. So event any damage. So this one gets called from here, but we also want to call this one when we are attacking with our weapon. So go into your weapon function, and this is super messy, I know. If you have your own function, it's fine. Just add whatever you want to. Let me see. Just add this wherever you want to. Where did I put it? Didn't I put it here? Check. No, it's on the it's on the weapon trace. It should be. Okay, so let me just see. I am spirit tracing by channel, and if we are master enemy, no, there we go, master destructible, perfect. So first I'm checking if I'm hitting my master enemy. If it's a master enemy, it's true. I'm gonna go ahead and apply damage to the master enemy, which I showed you before. If it's not true, if it's not a master enemy, I'm gonna go for cast failed, and I'm gonna go down to master destructible. So from the failed from here, I'm gonna cast a master destructible instead. I'm gonna plug in the hit actor from my line trace. Observe that this is not gonna work if you're not doing. You have to do it a little bit different if you're doing collision damage. And from there, cast to master destructible, we can access this apply damage to AI, which is I think I'm replicating too much here, to be honest, because now I have a shitload of functions to damage AI, and so it's like replicating here, and so yeah, it works now at least. So maybe I'll clean this up in later episodes, but this works for now. So I already have this apply damage to AI function from before. I should rename it to just apply damage to actor, because I'm using the same function to damage the box. So the damaged actor on this function is in this case the master destructible. The damage is 1000. The instigator is self, the controller, and the damage causer is self. And then I just, as I do with the AI, I just apply damage, which brings us to this function. And we do 1000 damage from the last call, and we apply damage. So now we apply damage when we are dodge rolling into it, and we also apply damage from here. So we need our last function, which is our multicast function for apply damage. I'm using apply radius damage because I found it working a little bit better. I think it's because it's like dividing the damage evenly over the destructible mesh. But the target in this case for the apply radius damage is the destructible mesh. And the base damage is in this case 1000. The hurt origin, I guess that's just a vector to decide where the debris should fly off to. So I'm using, that's why I want the location of the other actor, so the debris can go the other way. Damage radius, I just put 200. I find that working. The impulse strength, try it out, some different values. 4000 works for me. It's basically how hard the explosion gets. So if nothing is happening, try increasing this one as well, because maybe you have only 400 and you try to hit your box and nothing happens, and it's because the impulse strength is too low. I can remove this print string because I don't need it anymore. And then you want to grab your box collision, set it to no collision, because we are with the destroy. So you want to grab this one. So after we destroy it, we want to set this one to no collision, because otherwise it's gonna be weird. So it's just to avoid like weird collision issues, and also to make sure that you can actually step on the area fine without after you destroyed the destructible mesh. You also want to play a sound, obviously, because you're destroying a wooden box. So I have just a destructible sound, as you can see here, and is this not a master one? Okay. Yeah. So I just added 2 more variables: a sound cue and a break particle. So from the sound cue is the sound I'm playing, because you might have different destructible. It might not only be wood, so you might want to have different sounds for different types of destructibles. So then you can just change it here all the time. So destruct sound is the break wood, and I'm using some spider swing dust here, just some random dust particles when I destroy it. So spawn emitter at location, and I'm using the break particle here, and the location is the location of the box. So I'm spawning some dust particles, and then server spawn item, which is another function. It's just run on server, and it's just spawn actor, and I just shows a small potion. Obviously later we're gonna do the loot table, and we're gonna plug stuff in like that. So yeah. And the spawn transform, I just get the self, get actor location of self, and make transform from the vector, and just plug in this transform. So yeah, that's it. I feel like my tutorials are super unstructured. Anyway, I think I missed anything. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And as I said in the start of the video, please subscribe if you are new to the channel, and let me know. Perfect. See you later. Bye.